Let's go.
Okay, let's start the show.
All right.
Hello. Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zielik. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group, and joining me this week, as always, is
Ben Montoya, your friend on this show.
Ian Davis, the Tim Conway of the show.
Oh, nice.
And Evan Aubrey.
Ooh.
Oh,
Those
boy.
are some crisp cracks.
Yes. So we're back to the old setup after being the holiday bash. So that means it's time for LaCroix Boys. I want to know what you're drinking.
It's actually the first LaCroix Boys of 2023.
Oh, cracking in the new year.
Yes. Hold on.
Cheers.
Clink.
Me and Jeremy are actually in the same room. So that's it's not the true original setup.
No, but
what's funny is me and Evan are in the same room.
Oh yeah, you don't say. Cheers.
That would be pretty
Clonk.
great. If you just put down your headphones and walked out the room and just showed up in each other's
Appeared in
rooms.
Ian's feed.
I would be flabbergasted.
Oh man. Ben, let's get on this technology. But what beverage are you consuming today?
Well, since you grabbed it from your fridge, you already know, Jeremy. But I'm drinking a Pickle Down Economics beer from the Bosque Brewing Company.
How is pickle beer?
You know, it's interesting because when Jeremy came over to my family's house for Christmas Eve, or was it Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Yeah. He brought over a bunch of drinks and was like, okay, you need to try this pickle beer. And I was like, I've already had a pickle beer once in my life. And I took one sip and was disgusted.
Never again.
Yeah.
Immediate vom.
Right. So I was a little bit skeptical. But this one's actually very good. I'm a big fan. So as far as pickle beers go, I'm like 50-50.
And you're a big fan of its economic policy, too. Which is
Mm.
that if we provide a lot of pickle juice to the top 1% of earners, it eventually will pickle down to the rest of us.
Yeah, but see, I just don't know how the rest of us get that good pickle taste, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Ian.
I have a question. Would you consider that beer refreshing? Rejuvenating?
I mean, kind of, yeah. It kind of gives me like water with a cucumber in it vibes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it tastes...
I mean, it was water with a cucumber in it at one point.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It doesn't taste like necessarily like, I don't know, refreshing in the traditional way, but it's very satisfying in like I feel kind of hydrated, and there's also a fun little taste going on.
Yeah. It's not quite like stabbing into a Capri Sun and like desiccating it.
Yeah. It's definitely not that. It's a sipping beer,
yes.
for sure.
You don't want to, I wouldn't chug it because it's a little intense.
No.
Would you drink a cucumber beer?
I think I have.
Yeah?
It's been I had a cucumber cider before.
Yeah, I have had a cucumber seltzer cider. Interesting.
Well, what are the rest of you guys?
Last pickle fact. One year for Tori's birthday, one of our friends made her pickle cupcakes, which I was very skeptical of. And it was the meat of the cupcake was good, but the frosting, which included pickle juice, just ruined the entire thing.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Pickle juice on the frosting.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it
more
green?
It was like ever so slightly like yellowish.
So was it piss colored?
I mean, almost.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's always a danger, because this beer is piss colored, but it's in a can, so you can't really notice it right now.
Actually, that's a great thing that I had this experience in a can and not in a glass. And you didn't just hand me a glass and say, drink this. Like,
Yes.
I am glad that I'm enjoying it.
No, I give it to you and I'm like, drink piss. And you're like, what? And I said, drink this.
Isn't a lot of beer piss colored?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Some is murkier than others, which makes it a little less appetizing. I feel like also just because this one is pickled and it doesn't have that traditional kind of beer taste, it would maybe feel a little bit weirder in a see-through glass cup. But
What if it was shaped like a pickle?
Ooh,
Like a pickle mug.
Like how some people, you go to a bar and you get like the boot, but this one you get like a pickle. Yeah.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
I'm kind of into that, honestly.
Well, I'll call them and make this recommendation.
Yeah. Actually, okay, last word on this pickle now that I'm still drinking it, we're talking about it. A spicy pickle beer would be actually very good. I
Mamma
would be really into that.
Man,
Yeah.
the Wisconsin in you just came out like full force.
Oh yeah, hot pickle.
Yes.
Hot pickle in a beer. Let's go.
Ben's mom told me on New Year's Eve that I should put fried pickles on pizza, right?
Oh.
Oh yeah. She's convinced that the rest of the world is going to be on pickle pizza in the next few years.
It's not crazy, but I don't know. I'm kind of like 60-40 on it.
Yeah.
That's
Or
fair.
it's like I'm not that's not an insta-vom, but there's other pizza combos I would go to first,
Right.
in my opinion, before that one.
Not in 2030, you won't.
No.
No, that'll be the only one left.
Yes. But
Ian, what are you
enough.
drinking?
Oh yeah, Ian, tell us.
This week I have Waterloo,
Oh.
Classic.
cherry limeade.
Ooh.
Every
nice.
time do you drink it, do you get a little more Swedish?
I don't. However, we were talking about Capri Sun.
Mm-hmm.
This is giving me for sure kind of Capri Sun. Or like, have you ever made Gatorade ice cubes?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like that flavor.
Nice salty ice cubes.
Gatorade is salty. That's what
It is
you
actually.
think.
What do you think electrolytes are?
It's what plants crave. First.
First and foremost.
Secondly, I mean, I understand that there's salt in it, but when you drink it, are you like, oh, quite salty? Mm.
That was so that fun fact. The first like thing of Gatorade that was ever made, which was for the Florida Gators university team, football team, was in fact way too salty, and everyone hated it. So they had to like dial it back a little bit.
It was so gross that as soon as they tried it, they all vomed.
Oh.
That's a true fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
It had too much salt in it.
I can see why the Gatorade company doesn't wish for people to know this fact.
Well, it's on the bottle. It says it has electrolytes in it. which
Well,
is
no,
salt.
that everyone that the
So
person
salty it'll
made
make you
something, everyone
vom.
bombed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last drink of the evening, I'm drinking a dry hard ginger beer, toddy flavored, which has ginger, lemon, cinnamon, and honey in it.
Ooh,
Nice.
that sounds really good.
It
Yeah,
does.
on the other side of the can it says, "Geez, it's good."
Oh,
jeez.
Oh,
Oh, geez.
That's a big investment. Like you could say this fucking rules, and I'd be like, sure, whatever. But if you said, geez,
phew.
Well, because the brand is Geez.
oh,
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 well,
never mind.
okay, it's less.
less convincing now.
Cheese nuts.
God
Put that on a can.
damn.
When are we gonna get Bofa beer?
Oh no. No.
Dragon beer.
Yeah,
Tapes and CDs beer.
Mind Goblin beer.
Oh no. I'm sure someone's done it. Someone's got to make a line of
Yes.
like prank name beers.
Yeah,
Hold on, we need to go back. I haven't heard the Mind Goblin one.
Mind Goblin these nuts.
There you go.
Man, so good. Jeremy, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking the Nova Scotia beer from Bosque Brewing Company. It's
Mm.
very good. I enjoy it quite a bit. Last beer proposa, Ligma beer.
That actually probably would sell.
Yeah, through the roof.
Yeah.
Because you pretend it's like a Silicon Valley tech thing. It's like
Oh
Ligma.
no, Updog beer. Someone's got to make an
Ooh.
Updog lager,
Yeah,
and then
up dogger.
and then you're like, "What's up, dog?" Lager.
What about Mike Cox lemonade?
I mean, that's already like what's his name? Mike. Well, I mean, Mike already has a hard lemonade.
Right.
I mean, and
It's
Mike's
just a
Mike's
matter of giving him a last name.
well, also, but Mike's hard
Oh shit.
is already that joke.
He's already
right.
hard.
Yeah.
If Tony Hawk's cousin ever
Yes.
made it, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What about huge ass?
Huge ass beer.
Yes.
A huge ass beer. In the boot.
Only comes in
yes.
64 ounces.
Yes.
Sorry, you mean 69 ounces.
No, it's
Oh.
yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's go.
We cracked the code.
Cracked
Or
this.
Columbo up in here.
Yeah, can. Just one more question. Would you mind gobbling these nuts?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay. let's move on to the main section of the show. This is obviously I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. Each week, we randomly select a new Pokemon to cook and consume, and we share amongst ourselves the most delicious and haute couture recipes that we could possibly imagine.
What was that last word?
A high cuisine?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Are you worried that each thing I say is going to be a D's nuts joke?
Check that French, everybody.
Yes. This week, the Pokemon we're voting on is Barbaracle. It's 7 barnacles in one, and
It is.
It's a hive mind, which is always exciting.
How do you feel about the previous evolution being bionicle? And it is kind of a bionicle.
Binacle.
Oh, I see it.
Let me tell you this. Binacle was one of the most important factors in the downfall of former President Donald Trump.
Okay.
Because they posted in 2016 that they're coming from him, and then
they did.
So
Right.
Oh.
Sure, can't deny it. Also, it was a big deal when I was like 6. I actually don't have a lot of strong Bionicle references I could pull out right now. So Ben, you're going to need to save me on this one.
Well, I do remember there was a movie that was a pretty big deal. And I do remember in the trailer for the movie, actually, there was an All-American Reject song that played in it.
Was it I'll Keep You My Dirty Little Secret?
It wasn't.
My Bionicle.
No, it was... So you gotta keep it strong, move along.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was like the Bionicles doing some sick flips or something like that.
As they must.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of Barbaracle and its hive mind?
Sorry, I got to go back to Bionicles for a second because I noticed you turned straight to Ben for that knowledge, even though you know.
Ian is our resident Bionicler.
I was in like a Bionicle posting group, shit posting group.
You were? Okay, yeah.
Well,
And
I will say I have some bias towards Ben right now because they're physically here and I was looking directly at them. So it's a little tricky.
I don't know if Ben's Columbo skills are as sharp as they should be, but when you were in my little den room yesterday at my house, you might have noticed
there were some Bionicles.
Yes.
2 of them.
Oh,
That's like vintage.
I have a big bag of their masks. I had to I got rid of them, but I saved the masks.
You rip their faces off and hunt them for sport?
Yep.
They had so yeah, that was the thing is they had kind of fleshy faces actually.
That's why they wore masks. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But if you took off their mask, they die.
Did they have a nougaty center?
Well, no, it was the rest of it was plastic, hard plastic, but then their face thing, if I'm not remembering this correctly, was a soft plastic kind of thing that was kind of squishy, right?
Maybe the ones you had were, but mine just had it had its little puckered mouth that you stuck the.
Yeah.
It's kind of kinky, you
plug the hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real sphincter situation. But yes, do you think Bionicle influenced your recipe this week at all, Ian?
In hindsight, wish it did.
I feel like if we did Binacle, it would
be front of mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's only one letter away from Bionicle. But unfortunately, we're doing Barbaracle.
You know what? I think we've also actually tread this similar territory once before, because I think we might have looked up what Bionicle was supposed to be a portmanteau of. And I think one of them is Chronicle, if I'm not mistaken.
Isn't it not Bionic Chronicle?
Bionic Chronicle.
It's really the pocket monster of our time.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, the pocket monsters of our time are still pocket monsters.
All I could think about with Barbaracle was Barbaracle of Seville.
Or the shaving cream.
Or
the Full House Quartet.
Yes.
It's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon, but instead of Bugs Bunny, it's the Barbaracle using its rocky finger hands to touch
massage
his face.
your head.
Yeah.
There you
Grow flowers out of your scalp and then cut them. Yes.
The Beach Boys song. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say that Bugs Bunny short did make me think that when he went to a barbershop or a hair salon, that the chairs just went all the way up to the ceiling, which was a lie. That cartoons foisted upon me. I also thought that I would see round bombs more in my day-to-day life.
Not enough round bombs.
Yes.
Especially like
Anvils.
Yep. Big hammers.
Yeah.
Big hammers. Yeah.
Giant magnets.
Oh, yeah.
Being
giant
able to just
magnets.
like paint a tunnel on a rock and go through it, and then the other person can't go through it. Like,
Oh, I would love that. That'd be a really cool superpower, actually. If you were like an artist superhero, you could like draw things and then just like go into the chalk zone, you know?
Back to the chalk zone.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about Slobonis.
Sorry, what?
Slobonis nuts.
Got him! Oh, we got him!
Can't forget.
You can't forget.
I found a master list on Reddit, so
Oh, no.
I kind of felt like you might have just been like waiting on that one to the perfect opportunity to just like, throw a little zigzag on them.
Well, since you so bravely brought us into this new world, Ian, why don't you discuss your recipe?
gladly. I'm looking at Barbaracle, and I'm seeing a lot of hands, seeing a lot of fingers,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it's making me think of finger food.
Okay.
So, what I have for you today is Barbaracle party pinwheels.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like the tortilla wrap pinwheels.
Exactly.
Nice.
All right.
So, get some tortillas, make them yourself, or go to the store. I don't care.
I'm definitely gonna buy tortillas. It's a very laborious process.
Yeah, make them yourself for pinwheels.
Especially
Yes.
for pinwheels.
For like the Super Bowl party that you're going to, you're like, these tortillas are made by hand, and some guy who's like 7 beers deep is like, oh shit, fuck yeah, pinwheels, and he eats like 10 of them in like one bite.
Yeah, he's like trying to stuff them, and you're trying to like get him away. Like, no, you have to savor it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get your tortillas, and maybe like, if you're friends with the tortilla maker or you're just like crafty, get the tortillas like dyed so that they're orange and brown. Is that the other color?
It's kind of blue and brown. It has as the options. Sorry, we're looking at our phone, so
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, the rock is blue. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like its appendages.
Oh yeah, orange and
yeah,
brown.
brown for sure.
yeah.
Okay, so orange and brown tortillas. For the inside, we're kind of doing a spin on like a crab and cream cheese pinwheel,
Okay.
but instead of crab, you're going to use the meat that's presumably in its arms and legs.
Yes.
Excellent.
So lop those off, press them out like you're pressing out toothpaste.
I wish all animals you could retrieve their meat like toothpaste.
Just by pressing hard
Yes.
enough.
Squeeze it out.
Yeah, you get like a pork haunch, and you like just squeeze it. Delicious pork chop.
Comes right off the bone.
Yes.
Just imagining like that YouTube channel that has the hydraulic press.
Yes.
But with meat.
We should get that with Pokemon.
Oh shit. Well, if like animals worked like that, then arguably like a sausage would be the least processed food.
Yeah.
Fair point.
This comes out.
Yeah, everything would need to be molded into a fun shape.
Texture be gone.
Yes.
So squirt out its meat and shred it. It doesn't come out like, it's not like a viscous liquid or something. Like it is flesh that you have to like render. You got cream cheese. You have the meat. Sweet red bell pepper. Some green onions. Some cheddar cheese shredded. Some parsley. Maybe a little hot pepper sauce. Chili powder. And a little paprika for garnish. And you just put all that in a bowl and you mix it, whip it up so it's all congruent. And then lay out your tortilla, spread that across the whole tortilla, wrap it up. And then at this point, maybe you put like some toothpicks in it to keep it, stable.
Mm-hmm.
And then stick it in the fridge for a couple hours so it sets, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then take it out, slice them into little wheels, if you will, and put that on a nice platter. Walk around your party pass them out.
I have a question. Could you do like one really big tortilla and slather it and roll it up into a log that's like a foot long and stick it in your fridge, or do you do multiple smaller ones?
You know, beggars can't be choosers. If you have access to like large tortillas,
Big tortilla.
like that'd be
More power to you.
yeah. Why not? It's like a fucking liar liar with the big cookie. You know, you get like huge tortilla. The whole town shows up. Helps you.
Is that Liar Liar or Bruce Almighty?
I think it's
Liar.
liar.
Because he says he reports on it, and then he's well.
That's
No,
Bruce
I know it
Almighty.
has
I think you're talking about Bruce Almighty. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That is
Yeah.
the way the cookie
Right.
crumbles.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
You caught me on that one.
So
So
didn't mean to just fact check you on your own turn.
egg on my face.
Kind of, actually, maybe you're in a liar liar situation where you can only lie and we have to catch you in it.
Yes.
Oh.
Because he's trying to elaborately construct a way to make a D's nuts joke.
Probably. I wouldn't put it past him.
Can we put these pinwheels on an actual like pinwheel instead of a plate?
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like on a wooden like hanging thing, and you can like spin it around, and they're
Yeah.
on there, and you can like grab them.
Pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like maybe you have like a lazy Susan built into your coffee table, and it's just always spinning.
A
I like
wall.
that'd be a good like those kitchen gadgets or whatever that you get for Christmas. But like this year, I got a coffee table extension that also holds pinwheels. So I can break it out every Super Bowl, and that's how I present all my pinwheels.
This is a pinwheel-based food economy here, where it's like the only thing we got.
Mm.
And Ian, I get your reference this week for your naming convention.
Do
Your,
you, Jeremy?
Tim Conway, who voiced the character Barnacle Boy
Oh,
in the
that
TV
would
show
do it.
SpongeBob.
Oh.
You solved my riddle.
Oh, shit.
Was Barnacle Boy your favorite character in SpongeBob?
No, he was kind of like a whiny. He was like
kind of a dick, quite
fleshy
honestly.
Squidward.
Yeah.
Seriously, he's like
Same
human
nose.
Squidward.
Yeah.
And what is he even doing down there? What are both of them doing down there?
They're-
How can they breathe?
It's Aquaman and whoever Aquaman's companion was.
And
That's
how
the
can
joke.
they breathe?
Nuclear waste.
Is that explained?
Because it's
that's
Bikini
canon?
Bottom where they did H-bomb tastings.
Oh, that.
Tastings.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
so
tastings.
all that aside,
Yes.
that gave them the ability to breathe underwater. is
Yeah,
what you're
sure.
saying.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I also think they look like people, but they're actually like fish.
Oh, they're like fish people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Not real people.
I guess.
Is that true? I don't know.
It's kind of like the Stuart Little thing, where
Yes.
maybe they're just like fish looking like people.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like a fish gave birth to them, but they look like people.
I thought it was like a Avatar Way of Water, where like he puts the starfish over his nose and then he can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's definitely a possibility. He's a
I
real
don't know how you
low
explain the Barnacle Boy nose.
Yeah, Barnacle Boy has a huge nose.
Yeah, a real honker. A big natural, if you will.
Huge natural, definitely. Ooh, can we get Barnacle Boy with big naturals? That'd be great. We already have Gandalf with heavy naturals, so
That's true.
What?
Don't worry about it, Evan.
you haven't seen this picture?
I
It's
don't want to.
it's pretty good shit.
Oh, no.
Someone on like line, obviously, was like
On the
like
line.
did like a nice watercolor painting, and it's like the Fellowship of the Big Naturals, and it's all of the characters from Lord of the Rings, big old biddies.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty. I don't know. I feel like there was some person who I saw on Tumblr post recently that was like, I photoshopped the big naturals onto Gandalf when I was like high in the like hospital, like recovering from some sort of surgery or something. So that might have been a continuation of the meme, the joke.
Yeah,
I see.
say where it comes from.
Who's to say? I mean, that person could have been lying too.
Yeah, I mean, I assume
Hey.
everyone on the internet is lying.
Hey.
If I'm being honest.
We're probably lying to you right now, not
Yeah.
even knowing it.
Yeah. Why would we lie about?
Picture finally got
Yes.
there.
God damn it. Almost spilled my green beans in my lap.
All
Well,
right.
it's like
Yes.
that recent. Speaking of like lying on the internet, did you guys hear about the thing with Imagine Dragons?
No.
Did they lie
Magic
about
Dragon
actually all
with
being
balls
drummers?
across
Oh
your
my god! Damn.
Fuck. Gosh.
Again.
2, baby. 2 for 2.
I wonder how many times they've heard that one.
Take away Ian's Reddit access during the show because he could just keep getting us.
Yeah. All right. Evan, do you have a recipe for us this week?
I sure hope so.
Okay.
Yeah, so this week I was thinking along the lines of a seafood pasta classic. Which so when I was looking at Barnacle Boy over here, I was thinking to myself like I was getting kind of like a mussel vibe, like the muscly clam sort of.
Not muscle as in he is like fucking.
No,
cut.
not super yoked, but
Gotcha.
yeah. No, I was thinking because like you look at the hand head and you look right in the center and there's that presumably a mouth with what's inside is maybe the muscly tongue, perhaps.
Yes.
So,
I did look up pictures of barnacles, and they're kind of fucked up because they're like hard shells, and they got little things that like go like this.
Oh yeah,
like
they're
filter
super
water.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But what I'm supposing here is like a mussel, like it'll just pop when it's cooked and ready. Right. So you're gonna take a giant stock pot to throw the entire thing in, and you're just gonna boil it for a little while. Actually, you're gonna cook it with not just boil it. You're gonna add some wine, some bay leaves, and then your little mussely deal, and put that in a cover that up, and then give it 5, 6, 10 minutes or so, and then when that mouth just like totally opens up, you like reach in and you pull out the tongue, and that is what you're using here for this muscly pasta. And what you're also combining in this pasta is some shallots, some chili flakes, some garlic, a little bit of heavy whipping cream, an egg, some lemon juice. So you're gonna get this like nice like creamy fettuccine deal going in, and then you like throw in the barbaracle tongues, and that's your
Interesting.
So I'm imagining all these appendages are just like ways for it to either cling on to things because it's barnacle based, or just a defense mechanism, because that's where the real goodness is in the center.
Yes.
Right in the center.
Well, according to the Pokedex entries, it's 7 binacles that are just like together.
Yeah.
It's a hive mind. They're just like chilling together. So
like Voltron.
Yeah, it's a little Voltron-esque in some regards. And also said that the arms and legs could do whatever they want, but they usually listen to what the brain has to say.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah. That was kind of freaky. They talked about it like arms and legs like moving as they will in certain situations.
So that brings to my main question for the episode. Do you want to be part of a hive mind?
Oh.
I feel like we already kind of are.
Ooh.
Like the hosts of this show, at least. I feel like to some degree we all are kind of on the same page.
That's true.
But sentient.
Yeah.
But maybe I want you guys to get the fuck out of my head.
All right. Evan, I'm going to bounce off of your recipe.
It sounded good, by the way. It sounded very rich.
Because mine's similar but different.
Heard that one before.
I want to let the listeners in on a little secret, which is that in the year of our Lord 2022, I went to the country of Spain.
Oh,
no fucking way.
God damn.
And in Spain, there is a part of Spain that's to the north that's called Galicia, which is the Celtic region of Spain, as I'm sure you're all familiar. And they actually have a specialized barnacle dish there that's called perthebas. And is this your recipe, Ben?
No,
okay.
But I was looking at similar things today when I was scrambling for a recipe.
Yes. As this website calls them, also Galician goose barnacles. So we're going to cook up a nice batch of Galician goose barbaracles for this week's show. And this is a traditional kind of Galician recipe that is done. And according to this article, it's not the prettiest looking food, not the easiest to eat, and it costs about 300 euros per kilo for these barnacles. So this is pretty rich for your blood. So a very special occasion meal. According to this article, they usually eat them around Christmas.
Oh.
And what you're going to do is you're going to get just a whole heap and lot of Barbaracle, which luckily I think is just one because it's a bunch of them and it's big.
Yeah.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to get some mineral water, and you're going to go to the Barbaracle, and you're going to like separate it into the binacle. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like cut it at all its joints into its component parts, and then you're going to take a nice big sledgehammer. You're going to fucking break that rock off of it because you don't want that shit in there, right? It's its own thing. So once that's done, it's been separated. It's all good. You're going to get your mineral water. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get some high grade sea salt, and you're going to dissolve it in the mineral water because you want to replicate the texture of the ocean, but you don't want to actually use ocean water. You know what I'm saying?
A little too briny.
Yes. Also, I don't know for sure, but I think ocean water is probably not the cleanest. Thing to drink. Aqua.
But you do want it salty.
Yes, you do want it salty. You want it. Okay. You're a salty dog, and you want this this dish to be salty. And you're gonna bring the water to the boil, and you're just gonna make sure your salt all dissolved, and you're gonna get those bay leaves, as Evan said, and you're gonna throw them in there, and you're just gonna boil your Barbaracle, and it's really that simple. Get it all ready. And when it's done, you're going to strain it, and then you're going to serve it on a nice silver platter. And you have basically a side of lemon wedges, other citrus dips that you might like to go with it. And then you basically just eat it straight up. Like you crack them open, take out the meat with your hand, do a splash of lemon, shove it into your mouth. And that's how you eat it, like they do in España. Yes, Ian.
You seemed very concerned with getting like the appropriate liquid. Salty liquid.
Yes.
Could you just use Gatorade?
Oh.
This is like when my brother was in high school and he was very bad at cooking, and he was like, I got this book where you just like pour a can of Red Bull on a slab of chicken and then stick it in the oven, and then that's dinner.
You get like glacier cherry freeze barnacles to eat.
Yeah, they're like nice, like neon blue colored.
Yep.
I think it's like the NyQuil chicken that everyone was talking about last year.
Yeah.
I think when something's that color, it makes it even more appetizing. I think we can agree with that.
Why didn't we try that?
It's ill-advised, and no one should try it. Actually.
You mean like, Gatorade chicken or NyQuil chicken?
NyQuil chicken.
Oh.
Well, that's because NyQuil chicken. The FDA literally had to tell people don't do this.
Yeah, the FDA tells me to do a lot, not to do it. They also tell me to do a lot of things.
The FDA says I shouldn't eat these raw eggs. That's not gonna fucking stop me.
Yeah,
they're like, man, all this cheese from Europe, not allowed, but it's the best fucking cheese I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, are we self-respecting podcasters about ridiculous food, or are we not?
Ian, my question is, did you eat it 5 years ago? Did you eat a Tide Pod?
Well, that's not food.
I would say that most things that you can eat that can kill you are also not food, which I think NyQuil chicken would fall in that category.
NyQuil goes into your body. You glug it. Glug, glug, glug. That's the sound of people drinking NyQuil to get a good night's rest.
Yeah, instead of just passe, just eating turkey and like casually taking a nap, you want to just pass the fuck out. Yes. So you want to eat some NyQuil chicken.
Yeah, you don't know where you are the next day, and not in a fun way.
God. Everyone talks about like, oh, turkey is so good for getting you to fall asleep. Bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
do you want to have the most fucked up dreams that you could possibly imagine? Then eat a chicken dunked in NyQuil.
Oh God.
And I'll guarantee it for you.
In all seriousness, I know children listen to the show. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Don't. But I'm saying we should have on principle. Like, children, don't do it.
But we're different.
Proof.
Okay, instead of NyQuil chicken, what about NyQuil turducken?
I think you're still running up against the main issue here, which is that you shouldn't be using cough syrup to cook.
I'm gonna disagree here. I think Jeremy's onto something. Which layer
is the NyQuil?
Yeah. Then you
Surprise.
end up with like, you'd call it like a purple drink or like a lean turducken, where like one layer is like Sudafed and one is
Yeah.
NyQuil and one is like Sprite, and then
Yeah. I like, and when you like cut through it, so it's like the turkey and it's like meat, and then you hit the NyQuil layer and it like squirts out at
No. We've hit the NyQuil layer.
Oh, all right. That is perfect. You eat the NyQuil layer, and then you go to bed. You wake up. The next layer is the Dayquil.
The Dayquil layer. So that's the chicken layer, and then
Yep.
you hit the Dayquil, and it's like the orange. It's like orange chicken. There you go.
Not bad.
Don't try this at home.
No,
Please.
Leave it to the
please.
professionals.
Us.
The FDA.
Yeah.
You think someone at the FDA was like, "Oh fuck, it's that day where I have to eat the NyQuil chicken to say it's bad."
I mean, someone's got to try it.
I don't think someone has to try it. I think someone can hear those two words in the same sentence and be like,
You
yeah,
think-
that's going to make you fucking sick.
You
The
don't think there's
FDA
like one person at the FDA who like has to eat like raw meat or like
I don't think that's how it
dropped
works.
on the
Instead
floor?
of the FDA having like a social media like influencer, it's just someone that has to consume TikToks all day long to be like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I got to make like a Tide Pod pizza now. And
I like to think that you imagine that there's like a taste tester. At
Yes.
the FDA. Just like put their life on the line.
it's the truest science, Ben.
I mean, you guys like that's like the how the FDA came into being, right? Like there were like those 13 guys who started just trying foods. And are you not familiar with this? I learned about this in AP US history. All right,
I guess
I'll
it
get
really
back-
stuck with you.
that whole class stuck with me.
We
Are you
should
kidding?
teach a class on food history, AP food history.
Yeah,
Oh shit, NyQuil chicken.
Yeah.
2022.
that's the
but for real,
final exam.
there was this because like nothing was tested, like people could just
Right.
put whatever the fuck so like there were like these 13 dudes or however many dudes, and they like dedicated themselves to trying all of these things to see what made them sick, and they would meet regularly like in someone's basement and try this, and like some of them got really sick from it, but it ended up now we're
The
here.
FDA Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah,
I wish
these were the
I wish
real
the-
try guys.
God damn it.
the FDA should have just remained like a high council of these 13 people, and like they get like elected to that position, or maybe it's their children take their place, and it's like for centuries.
And he's
These
like, it's
people
not
are
my dream,
trying-
it's
oh,
yours,
shit.
Dad.
Exactly.
I don't want to eat this cheese that's been dropped on the floor for longer than 5 seconds.
God damn it, it's not at the family business. We're food tasters.
Incredible.
All right, Ben, what's your recipe?
All right, so my recipe is a little bit silly, and I was describing this to Jeremy before we met up, but I found it via a website that was all in Spanish. So naturally, only my Spanish knowledge is limited. I was pretty lost. Google Translate helped me out. So there's probably some errors in this, dish that I have found in terms of describing it. We can har about Google Translate and
Robots.
and robots, exactly. So I'll read you some selections from it, but I'll describe what it is first. But basically, there is this like world-renowned chef in Madrid who made this.
And Ben, where is Madrid?
In España.
Oh,
Hey, Jeremy, did you go there last year?
some might say I spent a fun weekend in Madrid.
Oh no, that was Evan. Sorry.
Yeah,
Never
that
mind.
I was
was
gonna say,
Evan.
I've been to Spain for like 2 weeks. Say shit about anything.
But anyway, there's this chef, Iñaki Rodaballo, in Madrid, who entered this tapa dish into a tapas contest in 2014 and won first place.
Oh.
And it's sort of like a riff on the dish that Jeremy did, but it's like a dessert dish kind of that is like supposed to look like barnacles on like a sandy beach kind of thing.
Oh,
So essentially what it is it's like a like whipped chocolate / like foie gras kind of thing that is shaped into little barnacle-like, finger-like looking shapes that then you kind of top with some toasted nuts to make it look like the little rocks that kind of hang on there.
Wow.
and then you put it on this like sandy like wine gelatin thingy to look like the sand.
Okay, but it's not actually sand.
It's not actually sand. It's a wine gelatin that is coated in
sand.
Some sort of chopped nuts, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, more nuts on the
These
so
nuts.
it looks like sand. God damn it. And then the last bit is like a whipped up like foamy sea foam kind of situation.
It's like I'm at the ocean.
Exactly. So it looks like barnacles. And I was thinking I could do a similar situation with the Barbaracle and have the like foie gras mousse kind of situation formed in the like 7 different little body parts of the Barbaracle, maybe laying down on the beach like it's relaxing, you know,
Ooh, nice.
and then like the little sea foam at its feet, you know. And in this situation, the recipe that I have just calls it foie, without any like specification as to
What's foie?
What has been foied.
What is cold, Ben?
Is that what that means?
Yes, that's what foie means.
So, but in this situation, I'm going to be using Barbaracle meat as the foie, the whipped up kind of situation. So you're going to whip that with some chocolate, some salt,
Nice,
some Szechuan pepper, and then to give it a darker Barbaracle-y color, you're going to use some activated carbon to kind of give it a dark look to it.
Will that improve my digestion? This activated carbon?
Probably.
Okay, cool.
And then you have some toasted sea dot that you'll use on the wine gelatin and the little like rocky fingertips of the Barbaracle. So then you have the wine gelatin, which we all know how to make. So I won't explain.
Nice.
Ian's practically an expert.
Yeah.
Just get some agar, baby.
There you go. And then you're gonna need like a machine to whip up your sea foam situation. And then this is how and then you know presents it all on the plate and it looks very nice, and it is a nice lovely tapa kind of dessert you might have after a long day partying in España. But I wanted to read, so that's my recipe. But I wanted to read part of the article because I thought the Google Translate was funny. The name of the recipe is translated to "What do you perceive?" Which I thought was pretty funny.
It's like I Spy.
Well, and then the first paragraph is, here you can see how to make the tapa. What do you perceive? The false foie barnacles by Iñaki Rodobayo, chef at Punk Mock in Madrid.
Nice.
It goes on and talks about the different processes, like prepare with the foie and mix it with the chocolate. Add the charcoal little by little, getting the creamy, homogeneous black color. Last sentence, we booked. And at the end of all of these little steps, it goes, we booked. Which I'm not exactly sure what phrase it's trying to like translate to, but we booked.
We did book. How do you consume this?
So I imagine that you use your fingers.
Oh.
Just grab bits of it, because like foie gras isn't like, it's like a pasty type of thing.
Yes, usually spread it on something and eat it. But this seems like I would eat it with like a spoon, and like a beach is delivered to my table, and hopefully it doesn't make me old.
This is desserty, right? So it's like maybe a little bit of like a tiramisu texture kind of thing.
Yeah, for some reason I was imagining you could just pick up these little tubes of like
I see.
Foie gras. They're like their finger look their finger looking good, and
I see.
They look pretty solid. So maybe you like chill them. That's the thing, is like I feel like I'm not getting the full recipe on this website.
Got it.
Ian.
Got it.
Are they like the cookies that are tubes and they're filled with chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are like straws?
Yeah, they're like straws.
Oh, okay.
They look kind of like that.
Yeah. Like wafery straws. Yeah.
You can like hold it like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Drink some chocolate milk through it.
I feel like so I don't know if it has that same hollowness. And I also feel like, now that I think about it, if you end up holding it for too long in your fingers, it might start to get a little mushy. I'm imagining that it's kind of chilled. So, don't be bogarting these barbaracles.
Yeah.
Um, but I wanted to read this other little bit that I thought was funny sounding.
All right. Well, I'll do some vamping while Ben finds it. Blah blah. I'm Dracula, etc.
Actually, you know what? I think there was the funniest thing was just the "we booked" part.
Yeah.
Now that I look back on it,
Mhm.
and I like it because it's kind of like a "yes, chef" sort of response. You know,
Oh.
like after every step of the meal, you're like, "We booked."
Excellent. Well,
I have that on my watch list for this weekend or next
Oh.
Yeah.
Les Menu.
Les Menu.
So good.
Well, they say yes, chef a lot, so get ready for that. Let's review the recipes and then vote on them. From Ian, we have Barbaracle pinwheels. From Evan, we have a Barbaracle pasta with a Alfredo-esque sauce. From me, we have Galician goose barbaracle, and from Ben, we have a beach barbaracle. So Ben, or no, Evan, this week is going to be the determining of the winner mod.
It me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm not the winner. I
Oh.
said I'm choosing the winner. I only got one vote, but who got 75% of the vote is Mr. Benjamin Montoya.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a winner, Mon? The first winner of the new year,
Feels great. Hey,
2023.
I'll take it.
Year 4 of I Choose You.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh man, yeah, we're approaching year 4.
We are
Jesus.
approaching year 4. Yeah, we're old now.
Old.
Old.
We're starting to run around. We've gotten out of our crawl phase.
Yes.
Mm.
I guess by 4 years old, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a while. All right. Now let's move into the next section of the show. It's where we read your emails, comments, questions, and recipes sent into ichoosepod@gmail.com. Unfortunately, because of our booked recording schedule and the recent holidays, we haven't received any new emails. But Pokemaniac Chris on our Discord had sent in some bumper recipes. So Ben, can you scroll down to the last one there and read it for us? I believe it's under a spoiler warning.
Yeah, so actually the interesting thing is this recipe was sent before we even had picked Barbaracle for our episode.
Yes.
So this was just some hive mind activity going on.
Oh, shit.
Through the interwebs. All right. Chris writes, "Hello from the future once again, boys. This time I'm coming to you from a time zone so far ahead that the episode you're currently recording has already aired, except not really. So I know exactly what recipe I'm about to have already sent you, and that recipe is for cooking and eating Barbaracle.
Nice.
What is the most notable fact you know about barnacles? Seriously, stop reading for a minute and answer the question. I'll wait."
They latch on to things.
Phallic.
Phallic.
Are they phallic?
They're pretty damn phallic.
Okay.
I'd say so. Yeah. I don't know many barnacle facts, but I always just thought it was crazy that they like latch on to whales and things.
Ships.
Yeah.
Ships.
Pirate ships. That's right. Barnacles have proportionally the largest penises in the animal kingdom.
Ian
Let's
got
go.
Barnacles D's nuts.
They're the most phallic, actually, apparently.
Wow.
A male barnacle's penis can be up to 8 times longer than its entire body, including its
Jeez.
penis. And that's
Swanging.
Wait, how does that work?
and that doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
It's hogged out.
If we extrapolate that to Barbaracle, a 1.3 meter tall, angry 7-headed barnacle golem,
Fuck.
we can determine that its penis is like easily 30 meters long. That's
Easily.
over 30 feet for you heathens. The other favorite barnacle fact is that in medieval Europe, people believed that barnacles are actually the larval form of geese. So you mentioned goose
Yes.
barnacles. Specifically of a particular kind of goose that is still called the barnacle goose, a species of goose that only breeds in the Arctic. So Europeans never saw them laying eggs or raising chicks and didn't know where they actually came from.
The sea.
The she. It's also possible that people didn't actually believe this and were just using the story as a clever dodge so they could argue that these geese were technically shellfish and therefore okay to eat during Lent. Unfortunately, Pope Innocent III wouldn't put up with that shit and ruled in 1215.
2015.
God damn it.
This happened like 5 years ago.
My brain. Ruled in 1215 that no, geese were not shellfish, even if they did hatch from barnacles.
God damn it. You could just get away with anything in the medieval days.
Fortunately, I Choose You is under no obligation to obey papal edicts, so there's no reason
This is we're very anti-Catholic.
Not sponsored by the Pope.
Yes.
Actually, this reminds me. There was a discussion in the Discord not that long ago about how there was a bunch of ex-Catholics that listened to this show, and I think it's interesting that is a very specific type of person that we've
cultivated.
Are they recently ex? Like, did we have a part to play in this? We turned them against God.
Eating Pokemon strict you from Catholic dogma.
Yeah.
all the NyQuil chicken.
Yes,
I guess so. So there's no reason we can't just roast Barbaracle's monstrous 10-meter long dick and presuppose that it has the flavor of delicious roast goose.
Nice.
You must have known when you started the show that it would eventually come to this.
No, I didn't assume anything really.
Started with a kiss.
How could it end up like this?
10-inch dick or 10-foot dick, excuse me.
All right. There's no way around it. You just have to slather olive oil and spices all over that enormous barnacle dick in the least erotic way you possibly can. Possible. Give it some cloves, some cinnamon, some dried cherry berries, some star anise. Ooh, I like that.
Star anise.
I like that a lot.
That's a good joke.
Some Florida saffron, and just rub it all in with your hands, trying not to think about how the Barbaracle would react if this attention. If this attention were it's still attached.
Okay.
Stuff it with a whole clementine and some herbs. Right down the old. Wow, this is a very.
Jesus.
Listen, right down the old dick hole and pack some pomegranate seeds through the skin. Roast it low and slow for about 3 hours with your favorite veggies and reserve the drippings to make a gravy with your richest orange Florges wine.
If you roast it for 4 hours, you have to consult a doctor.
Oh man. Where was I? Okay, don't tell your guests what they're eating. Trust me, I've tried it. They just get upset. Just say it's like a rare bird Pokemon or something. Just say it's Lugia.
Lugia, pretty phallic.
People are morons as long as it tastes good and you can tell them anything. Just give them some Raz Cranberry LaCroix and let them believe what they want to believe.
All right. Well, that was a good history lesson. Yes, Ian?
Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
When we are long gone from this place and our bones have turned to dust and blown away in the wind, this show will remain as a testament that we always eat the whole hog.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
10-foot hog.
10-foot hog.
Peter Hog. Let's go. Always.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Speaking of Pokemon, Chris, I'm gonna unwrap another one of our goodies.
Yeah,
we haven't really done as much this episode. But
I severely regret not taking the rest of the mallow puffs.
Oh,
those were so good.
I'm gonna have a strawberry fruit burst.
Fruit boist?
I had the last lump today.
Oh,
did you have to like ration your lumps?
I did have to ration the lumps. Yeah, I only had 2 a day. But I did find they sell them on Amazon, so I might.
Oh, good.
Relump.
Lump up.
Relump. Shout out Kiwi Corner.
Yeah. I still have that. This thing says bulk lollies NZ on the back.
Trying to get those lollies.
Yeah. Well, we're always a big fan of lollies here. So thanks for writing in, Chris. Evan, I need you to help me in the next segment of the show, which is called Pick-a-mon, where we pick next week's Pokemon. Can you randomly generate a number between 650 and 721?
I can indeed. Did not have that up for some reason. Did you guys notice?
It's okay.
On the I saw this on the lumps package. It had like this thing about Chokan. Is there something about that on that bag?
You motherfucker!
Chokan these nuts.
Ben, you fell for it again.
I heard that one coming a mile away.
Just like that barnacle dick.
Oh,
God damn it.
693.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
693 is also another another crustacean. 693 is Clawitzer, the crab Pokemon.
Also, it's like a shrimp.
Yeah. It's got a funny name because it's Clawitzer, like the gun, like howitzer, but then it's just the howitzer Pokemon. So they like took the pun and they're like, okay, they're not gonna get this one. We gotta really
It's just the
literalize it. Yeah.
It's kind of great because it's like if a shrimp had like a giant
Gun.
for a hand.
What if we gave shrimp a gun? All right, so send in your Clawitzer recipes for next week's episode. It's going to be a very shellfish themed January, so I hope you don't have any allergies. But in the meantime, let's move on to the next segment, which is plugs. So tell us where we can find you on the internet. Let's start with Ben.
All right. You can find me on Twitter, maybe, or more specifically, you can follow me on Tumblr. At thefearandnow.tumblr.com, where I have been posting writing. I have a lot of goals in terms of things I want to do on Tumblr this year. So
resolutions,
some New Year's resolutions, yes. So give me a old follow, and we'll have a great time.
Is one of your goals on Tumblr getting 69 porn bots to follow you?
No. My goal on Tumblr is to block every porn bot I see.
But Stacy, she's so nice.
I mean, they are lovely ladies,
yes.
But they gotta go.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
Ian, tell us about where we can find you on the internet.
Actually, what I'd like to plug this week, if you were wondering how I spoof the shit out of Ben at every turn, flawlessly, it's because I almost have a master's degree.
Oh, shit. I got one of those.
Apparently not.
Getting a master's degree didn't make me any less gullible.
No, that's fair. Well, if you want to, but in all honesty, by now, hopefully you know I teach music in the public sector, and I'm getting my master's degree in music education, but with an emphasis in peace building. So if you're interested in ethnomusicology, SEL practices, trauma-informed practices, all of those kind of things that go into teaching well, that I think are it just go beyond like who was Karl Orff. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for exactly. If you're looking for but if you're looking for a good master's program, it's completely online. I've been doing it while I've been teaching full time. It's never been overwhelming. It's a really wonderful program, life-changing for me. Elizabethtown College in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. They have this master's degree. I'm a part of the first cohort. We're now on our third cohort. Would highly recommend it. It's very affordable. I did not have to take out any loans. I was able to pay for it as I went because I had my job going. And the professors are just some of the most caring people I've gotten to interact with. Highly recommend. And in all seriousness, if you're interested at all, please reach out to me at Musician Davis, and we can chat. I'd be happy to talk to you about that program. I'll be graduating this May.
And we do have a lot of music ed people who listen, or at least
we're
aware
Ian's
of.
friends.
Well, yeah, but there are music ed people who listen to this show, so it's a good plug.
All right. Evan, tell us about where we can find you on the internet.
Yes, my little corner of the internet on Twitter is E_Van Aubrey, or on Tumblr is Van.
Nice.
Yeah, Evan was not available when I tried to go change my username after like 10 years. So,
excellent. You can find me, Jeremy Zielik, at Velocity Prime 1 on Twitter. I posted a picture of a cat I saw today, so it's very exciting. Or you can follow me on Tumblr at Velocity Prime No One. You can find my writings about film, television, and the wonderful world of video games at the-avocado.org. That's the-avocado.org. I recently wrote about the 23 movies you should be most excited about in 2023.
Oh, shit.
It's actually, I don't know if it's actually 23 or not.
Oh, fair.
But, that's a guess. But everyone's excited for the Barbie movie. So that's number one with the bullet. All right. Now let's talk about I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can find us on your favorite podcasting apps, including Google Play, or no, excuse me, let me start that over. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify are a podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, may I suggest going to our social media pages, I Choose Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Interact with fellow choosies, send us recipes, chat it up, all on those locations. If you want to hang out and be a part of the I Choose You community, may I suggest joining the Discord. Link is available in the episode description, and you can hang out, talk about the show, video games, or just like a cat you saw on the street. Like
Your ex-Catholicism?
Yes. All of that and more on the I Choose You Discord. Lastly but not leastly, check out the official I Choose You website, ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu has a full episode archive and a merch store, all designed by one Evan Aubrey. Send it to your friends and family, and they'll be really happy about it. ichooseyou.menu. I think that covers it. So for the show, I've been your host and Dalton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zielik.
I've been your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
I've been Ian Davis, the Tim Conway of the show.
Was that your Barnacle Boy impersonation?
And Evan Aubrey?
And to all the choosies out there, in a while, Totodile.
Nice.